Competition is usually later in the match, like when someone's really fatigued, right? And they just don't have the energy anymore to like fight it, right? So it's not that it never shows up, but it like when someone's fresh, like it's rare that you catch them with it. So as I'm here, right, what he needs to do is get a good bridge and then a good punch with this arm. He just needs to extend it. And it's hard for me to hold on to that, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to lose position, right? So if I go chasing this arm as he bridges, right, and he extends, yeah. If I go chasing this arm, like I might lose position. He might backdoor out of here. Like there's stuff. So I don't like. I'm not. But right. So don't punch that way. Punch like that way.
Okay.
Bridge and punch. Yeah. Right. It's easier for him to break my grip if he goes this way. If he goes that way, right? Goes like it's not breaking my grip. He's got to punch like out to the side a little bit. It's harder for me to break his grip. Or if he punches that way, right? If he reaches down that way, it's gonna be hard for me to keep that, right? Especially when you're sweaty and slippery, right? But what he leaves me with when he bridges and punches, yeah, is this underhook right here, right? So now I got a deeper underhook and I don't have that arm across my neck, right? So like a lot of times they'll bait an Americana, right? He's in here. I want to get that underhook, but I'll be like, oh, let me attack this, and he bridge and punches. And now I have the underhook I really wanted, right? Now I have this arm separated, and when he tries to bring it back, right? If he brings his hand in front of my face, I just go right back into the Americana, right? So he's like, no, I'm not going to go back there. So where's he going to go? He's not. He's gonna try to find some other way to get out of here, but he's going to have a hard time getting this arm back. Okay, so then. Let's say I get that underhook on this side. What I'm going to do is my shin pin. I'm going to come back under here. I'm going to cross face. I'm going to bring my knee up on his belly, and then I'm going to slide in until I separate this arm from his body. Right. So he wants to keep that near side arm in tight because that's his only arm for defense. I'm going to slide this in, drive my knee into his armpit and towards his bicep until I get his arm separated. Okay. Bring my knees together and then remove my bottom knee. And now I have his arm pinned with my shin right there, right? And then I'm going to switch and pin with the other arm. Then from here, this hand comes out. I bring my elbow to his sternum, elbow lever here, right? And then now I have him up off of his back, and then I can just sit down, switch, and then go into Kimura on this side. All right, so as we go here, I attack the Americana. He's gonna bridge and punch this out. He leaves me with this, right? Come back in for my crossface, drive, knee here, I slide in, and I pin his arm, right? So I'll show you the pin on the other side. Right. I drive, smash, knee in, drive this out, pin. Bring my knees together, pummel, have the pin on this side. So now when he tries to connect his hands, right? He can't connect his hands, right? He's exposed. My crossface arm comes out. Watch my elbow come up and into his sternum, right? This feels terrible for him. I can pick him up on his side. I can push his head in with my other leg, come up, and then now we go Kimura. For the Kimura, if he gets his hands back together, that's great, right? I can just break the grip because I have his arm stapled down here. If he can't get his hands back together, put the hand behind his back. A lot of guys will just tap here, right? Yeah, just get to there. Most of you guys will tap. If they're not tapping from there, we'll look at how to really tighten up the Kimura and fuck them up. But right now, let's look at that transition. Attack Americana, they defend the Americana, you get the underhook. Then you work on the other arm, you pin it with your shins, right? And then walk around and get them on their side and attack the top arm. That all make sense? Let's see, 4 claps, 1, 2, 3.